What is Kundalini? From ancient times, yogis, yoga practitioners have been aware that there is a universe within our body. Based on a script written in ancient times, I made a dance choreography with the theme of Kundalini, and people were worried. Has Masako become totally spiritual? But I would say no to it because it's nothing peculiar. Rather, it's a very natural thing that I wanted to express. To start with, Kundalini means spiral. It is said that Kundalini is at the human reproductive organs at the bottom of your spine, where your baby is born. And it spirals around the spine and rises up to the crown of the head. Some of you must have thought, okay, that's enough. Can't take it anymore. But please wait. Now I will explain it in a way that is easy to understand. First of all, I would like you to remember quantum mechanics or quantum physics. Matters have characteristics of both particles and waves. Most of us understand our body with stomach, internal organs, liver, blood vessels, and other substance. Let's say in this way we understand our body as a particle system. But what if we see our bodies as waves? Kundalini, the spiral, the wave. It's not impossible to see the spiral as a wave. We can think of Kundalini as a wave. Both sides of particle and wave have been proved by genius scientists. I don't think it's a mere mysterious garbage that this Kundalini indicates. When you think of our body as both particles and waves, maybe you would notice many new things. And I think you can understand that it's a very natural way of thinking. I put the video link here below of the sun, earth, and moon moving in a spiral in space. So please take a look. You can start to imagine that your inner body is as such. I guess now you understand what I mean by Kundalini. Very natural way of looking at things, and also that I am not saying anything weird. What is the merit of knowing Kundalini, the spiral? I would like to explain that. For example, suppose you think of our body only as a particle and the spine as a very straight rod. If someone or something attacks, your spine will be broken or bent or at least cracked. However, if you think of your spine as a wave, if something attacks you, it's originally a wave, so nothing happens. Similarly, the word Kundalini means a spiral, so imagine a spring that is spiral, and if the spine is not a stick but the spring, and if something hits, the spring will just stretch for a fraction of a second but return to its original shape, very strong. Why is it so strong, the spiral? Because the spiral is the form of nature. If you think of it, not only the universe but also our DNA is spiral. Maybe it's a wave of your life. Instead of taking a bad news as a bad thing, if you take it as a wave, maybe you will find better ways of taking it. Investors predict stock prices with Fibonacci, which is the law of the spiral. And in dance, Martha Graham was very much aware of the spiral. And even one master of Zazen once told me that Zazen is basically spiral. Zazen is in Zen temples that they sit for hours in a meditation hall, keeping the spine straight. So I'm saying that things can be quite strong, and there may be some new findings if you consider not only the particle nature of things but also the wave nature. With that note, I choreographed a dance piece, Kundalini, quite some time ago, hoping that it could maybe a hint for some people for new awareness. A human being is a part of the whole called by us universe, a part limited in time and space. He experiences himself, his thoughts and feeling as something separated from the rest, a kind of optical delusion of his consciousness. This delusion is a kind of prison for us, restricting us to our personal desires and affection for a new persons nearest to us. A human being is a part of the whole called by us universe, a part limited in time and space. He experiences himself, his thoughts and feeling as something separated from the rest, a kind of optical delusion of his consciousness. This delusion is a kind of prison for us, restricting us to our personal desires and to affection for a new persons nearest to us. Our task must be to free ourselves from this prison by widening our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature in its beauty. By Albert Einstein.